than Craig Hannon, and as ever, in much of my life at the moment, I've got no idea specifically what's happening right now. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to you about the football, about Liverpool, about yesterday and about tonight. And Craig, because of the injury to Robertson, the thing about tonight now is there's eyes on one footballer in a way that there really wouldn't have been had the injury not happened. It's really weird, it's a really strange thing to say this, but strangely tonight, even though it's not a competitive match, it is the biggest day of Kostas Tsimikas' Liverpool career. Absolutely. And that's a really strange thing to say and think, but it is true.
Absolutely, yeah. And you'll see it as a massive opportunity. I think one of the things that's come out of this pre-season, well, one of the things that you want from pre-season is what can we learn about the footballers that we've got at our disposal. So, like, we knew, for instance, what to expect from Andy Robertson, Trent and so on, but there's these players in the fringe, there's players like Kostas that didn't really get an opportunity at all last season, who has done very well. I think he's done really well, and I think that tonight is off the back of the Robertson injury. All eyes are on him. It's a massive opportunity for him to sort of put a stamp. I mean, if I'm Beck, by the way, young Beck, yesterday he did really well.
I thought he did well.
He gets to leave the pitch, and obviously he replaced Robertson at halftime. He gets to leave the pitch with his head held high, and that's something for him to build on as well. But we know that Kostas signed last season. He's experienced in the Europa League with Olympiacos. He is the one that'll come in.
He has to be the one that comes in. The other thing to keep an eye on, I'm about to go into gutter in a minute with Gutman, and he's determined to say that Harvey Elliott is now ahead of Curtis Jones and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain in the pecking order, because Rob just loves a big shout that's based on absolutely nothing. No one's knocking around thinking James Milner's ahead of Fabinho in the pecking order. No. It's fair to say, and there's still obviously Keita in there as well. But I think it is significant, isn't it, for Chamberlain and Jones tonight, because I do feel as though there's every chance there's at least one place in that midfield against Norwich up for grabs. I think that Fabinho, we expect him to start. I'd be really surprised if he doesn't. I think the manager might try and get one of Thiago or Henderson on the pitch from the start against Norwich. Maybe not. And then Keita, Chamberlain, Elliott, Jones, Milner are all in competition.
I think it might be Oxlade-Chamberlain, already. I think that they'll already have that in their mind, that everyone, I'm as excited as anyone about Harvey Elliott yesterday, and I think he has a role to play this year. I just don't think he has as big a role as people think, and I don't want to dampen everyone's excitement. He's so young, but also I think this sort of quietly suits Curtis Jones as well, and that Curtis Jones, with no pressure on him to sort of be this guy that comes in and slots in and makes a difference. I think he is a footballer that can make a difference, and he's got an extra year at Liverpool, being amongst the first team quite often, big Champions League games and so on, and doing really well. I think it's going to be the next step for Curtis Jones this season, isn't it? But I think Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain has had quite a good pre-season. I think he's probably the one to come in.
Excited about being in the ground?
You weren't in yesterday. Excited. I wasn't in yesterday, and then and I was okay with that, and I really enjoyed sort of seeing all the pictures, the young kids and all the little videos of kids going downfield for the first time and all of that. I might get Fuad to do one of me this time, because it feels like it's my first time back. Do you know what I mean? That's how excited I am about it. And yeah, I loved seeing songs being sang yesterday. Yeah. I loved the video. We put out a video of You'll Never Walk Alone being sang. That looked great. It just looked like a real return to normality, didn't it?
Well, thank you very much for whatever this is. If there's any justice in the world, Craig Hannon will be allowed free soft drinks tonight if he gets in the ground early. Thank you very much to Fuad as well for this. Let's find out what it is.